Steel and cast iron are common commodity materials. However, their use in plumbing systems is limited to a few common applications. I'm Ben, a forensic engineer at Nederveld. Today, we're looking at steel and cast iron components commonly used in plumbing systems. These fittings are primarily used in water heaters and gas lines. We still see some domestic water use, as well as use in fire protection systems. Stainless steel fittings are used in some industrial and healthcare systems plumbing. Steel fittings are used on those systems where a robust connection is desired to connect piping and/or appliances to water or fuel sources. When installing metal fittings, it is important not to over or under tighten, since many use tapered threads. Additionally, tapered thread fittings should be installed with thread sealant or tape, depending on the application. Additional care should be taken to avoid over-tightening metal fittings when used in conjunction with dissimilar materials. As with all matters involving products, documentation of part numbers, manufacturers, age, and date of installation should be recorded. The condition of the fittings should be well documented with photographs prior to removal for collection into evidence. Additionally, any records of prior maintenance or work performed in proximity to the product should be documented. Fittings collected into evidence should not be unthreaded or tampered with, but rather removed by cutting through the sections of plumbing on either side of the fitting. Orientation of the piping should also be documented. The most common failures of steel and cast iron fittings are material incompatibility, corrosion, and improper installation. Manufacturing and material issues, such as improper heat treatment during processing, can cause material to be too soft or brittle. Voids in castings are also an issue we have seen. Abuse could be where a metal fitting may have been used in an application with harsh or corrosive fluids. It's also subject to galvanic corrosion, which is not uncommon to see with water heaters. Flammable gas distribution systems have specific requirements for protection against corrosion, which includes sacrificial materials, coatings, and other means. Stray current corrosion, as well as soil composition-driven corrosion, is common on supply mains and service laterals that are buried underground. And then there's age, wear, and maintenance causes when a metal fitting is simply old, worn out, or beyond its useful life. While visually examining a metal fitting failure, one should consider fracture patterns, wear marks, corrosion, discoloration, and deformation. The fracture geometry should be analyzed at a macroscopic level as well as a microscopic level to determine the mode and mechanism of failure. If the part arrives undocumented or after significant mishandling, we may have insufficient information to determine the cause of failure. So remember, proper documentation and collection of evidence is important. Feel free to check out our other videos in our collection to learn more.